friendly neighborhood regional flight attendant, and this is Keytake's flight. So I was sitting hot this morning and rushing, and now we're about to board a flight, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that a little later. Okay, y'all, so I am walking over to the Mall of America right now, and it is much warmer today than it was the last time I was here. If you guys haven't already watched my previous vlog, Minneapolis was actually my very first meal service flight, so that was exciting. It was a little later in the day when we got here, and I took the shuttle to the mall. But it's nice out, y'all. It is really nice out. So I'm walking over to the mall now and just kind of freeballing it when it comes to walking. I ain't got no GPS on or nothing, so I'ma get there. One second. The reason that I have my jacket on though is because I didn't bring my bag. I just brought my book bag, which just is like a little spend a night bag. So I don't really have anything to go out and about in. So, hey, don't judge me, y'all. I'm wearing my gym shorts, my fleece lined tights, and some socks. Hence why the jacket's on. So we're gonna stop by a store first and get some, probably like some sweatpants or something, just to go throughout the mall so I can unzip the jacket comfortably. Because honestly, I told y'all what I had on. Y'all wouldn't have known. Y'all would have been none the wiser if I didn't say nothing. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. That is where we're at right now. So gonna make my way over to the mall. It's early-ish enough where I could go to that amusement park in the mall. I don't know yet though. We'll see. I'm gonna walk around, see if I can find Sugar Factory again. That was fun. But we'll see what I get into when I get there. I've made it back to the room. It's 10:43. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'm tired. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 6 hours to give me some rest. No. It's 9:43. It ain't that late. I don't know why. But give me some rest. And then we head out tomorrow. So tomorrow, well, let's talk about today, because I don't think I've talked about today with you guys. So one sec. Okay, so I was sitting hot this morning, so I was rushing out because normally if I'm gonna sit hot in the morning, crew scheduling will put it on my schedule a little bit earlier so I could mentally prepare. They didn't do that, so I woke up at like 4 something and refreshed my schedule. It was not there, so I went back to sleep. Y'all, they called me at 5 a.m. They called me to tell me about my 7:15 hot reserve time. So Had to hurry up, shower, get my life together, and then get to the airport. Then, honestly, by 12, I was like, oh, they're not going to use me. So I ate the lunch slash dinner that I brought with me. Oh, perfect. They ain't going to use me. I can mentally prepare to start going home. Let's laugh together now. Let's laugh together. Because obviously that ain't what happened. So they called me, and I had to go to just do one leg from DC to Minneapolis. It was a meal service flight. I was a forward girly today, so I didn't mind doing that. It was it was 2 hours and 18 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. So, wasn't too bad. And then when I got to Minneapolis, I got changed in what I had and then walked over to the Mall of America. And first thing I did was to buy pants, because I told y'all what I was wearing leading up to that. So I bought pants. Then I went out to eat. And then met this guy. We were talking about a whole bunch of things. And then I made my way back to the hotel. So I walked. So last time I stayed in Minneapolis, I took an Uber to the Mall of America. And then I called the shuttle to pick me up to come back because it was cold. It was cold AF. But it wasn't too cold today, so I was able to walk back, which was great. And then when I got back, I finished getting ready for bed. I talked to two of my friends to get here, make sure I ain't safely. But y'all can see I'm tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Tomorrow we have a Minneapolis to Philly, and then deadhead from Philly to DC. So should be done after that, but we'll see. We shall see. So I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is currently 4:45. I am getting myself together to go downstairs and meet part of my crew. So we had a 4:30 van time, but we don't have to be at the airport until 5:30. So, and the airport is not that far from here. So the captain still went on the 4:30 van, but the rest of us, we're getting an Uber to go to the airport. And the Uber is going to come at 5:10, which is the van time that was written on our paper, mind you. But the hotel shuttle schedule is at the bottom of the hour. So they run, we could either catch 4:30 or 5:30. 5:30 gets us too late. 4:30 gets us too early. So I am going to finish packing up and make my way downstairs. And so we can start this day. Crew scheduling did add to my schedule. So originally it was, I had Minneapolis to Philly and then a deadhead from Philly to DC. When I woke up this morning, I had those first two legs, and then they added a Charlie South turn on my schedule. So when I get to DC, I have like an hour sit, and then I work a flight from DC to Charleston, and then Charleston back to DC, and then I should be done. So we'll see how this goes. It's a tight connection for our deadhead. So we'll be landing around the same time that our inbound flight is scheduled to land. So I'm going to track the inbound for my deadhead so that we can hopefully we can make it. Because I think most of us, if not all of us, are on that deadhead. There's a lot of deadheaders on that flight coming to DC. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If I don't make that deadhead, they may have to take me off that Charleston turn. But we won't know till we get to Philly. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish packing up, make sure I have everything, and then I'll see you guys at the airport. So we have made it to the aircraft. Gonna be an aft girly today. It is a pretty empty flight, actually. It's only 33 people going with us to Philly, and it's gonna be smooth in my opinion. So we should be boarding. We'll be boarding in about 9 minutes, and then I'll hit you guys up when we get to Philly, because that's when all the fun begins. The rushing to the gate for Deadhead, and then all of the stuff that they've added to our respective schedules. Hello. As y'all can see, I am in my car. It is currently 11:51. So I think the last time I checked in with you guys, we were getting ready for boarding the flight from Minneapolis to Philly. And I told you guys I had to deadhead from Philly to DC, and then I had a Charleston turn. So we worked the flight to Philly. That was no problem. It was not a lot of people on that flight. It didn't take us as long to get there, to get to Philly, as it did to get to Minneapolis. So that was good. It was still a long flight. But when we got to Philly, we had to hurry up, deplane, get our stuff, and then make our way to the gate so that we could board. We ended up getting on the wrong shuttle in Philly. So they have two different shuttles, one that'll take you all the way to A gate, and then one that'll take you to, I think, B and C. So we should have been on B and C gates. We got on the one that took us all the way to A gate. So then we had to walk from A gate to C gate, which probably would have been about the same distance as walking from F gates to C gates, but I digress. So as we're walking up to our gate, like towards our gate, because of course it's not like our gate was in front of C gate, it was all the way at the back. So we're walking up, and all of a sudden you hear an announcement that this is the final boarding call for our flight going to DC. Yeah. So we were one of the last, I think we were the last people to board that flight. So, chill. Eventful. So then, when I left Philly, I still had the Charleston's turn on my schedule. But then when I landed in Philly and took my phone out of airplane mode, it was gone. So apparently there was a line holder had dropped a portion of their trip, and they had assigned it to me. But then the line holder came back. So, hey, I ain't mad at it. I called to be released, and released I am. So, love that for me. I'm gonna go ahead. There's a couple things. So I'm now gonna be off until after my cruise, and there's a couple things that I need to do. I need to finish doing my hair, and then decide. I'll probably go get my toes done, if anything. But I need to get my life together to go do all of that. So I'm gonna head home now, get myself together, and then tomorrow, mentally prepare for tomorrow. And then yeah. So this has been a pretty chill-ish 2-day block. I was sitting hot, and then I got assigned the overnight to Minneapolis. Then I just worked the flight back, and then a day ahead. So not too much going on with this 2-day. I ain't mad at it. I've been saying I just want this month to be chill, and so far that's what's going on, and I love that for me. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, live freely, love always, travel often. Bye.